include Oyarifa Pantang, Bokobi, Old Ashoman, Koans Estate, Obeye, Ayike, Doblogono, Ashaiman, Damas 1 Estate, Sapeman, Tolbooth, Amasaman, Kobiman, and its immediate environs. It's about time you powered your Surfline device because True 4G LTE is here. Visit any Surfline store around you to get connected today. Surfline is about time you experienced True 4G LTE. Now remember, the Partners for Corruption Watch are Ghana Center for Democratic Development, CDD, Ghana Integrity Initiative, GII, Ghana Anti-Corruption Coalition, GACC, Joy FM, Africa Center for International Law and Accountability, ASILA. Find us on Facebook, Corruption Watch Ghana, Twitter at CW Ghana, Instagram, Corruption Watch _GH. You can go online and find us at stopcorruptionghana.org. The hotline is 055-453-6586. WhatsApp number is 055-453-6295. Remember, the hashtag is Wanamoni, hashtag Ghana Bre. Corruption Watch is sponsored by Strengthening Action Against Corruption Stack. Now today we have with us a very, very special guest. He's in the person of Mr. George Winful, Deputy Attorney Auditor General. Whenever I see AG, my mind goes to the other AG. George Winful is Deputy Auditor General. Good morning, Mr. Winful.
Good morning, Daniel, and thanks for having me. Great
to have you with us this morning. Mr. Winful will help us understand the Auditor General's approach in the state of the forensic audit into the CMS Central Medical Store saga, matters arising from the Auditor General's report on liabilities of MDAs at December 31, 2016, the retrieval of the funds, the speedy completion of the AG's reports for 2017, and the contributing factors, the exercise by the audit service to clean up the public sector payroll system, and the AG's response to appeals for auditing of projects funded with oil money. When I say that comes up on the From the Source segment with Mr. George Winful. We'll also go on the streets in the From the Streets segment where we feature offline events and reactions from the public. So let's go for the Joy Business Minutes now, and then when we come back, there is more with George Winful. Stay with us.
Hello, Karen and Daryl here.
It's the Joy Business Minute. These are the latest stories.
The total amount of money moved across the various networks following the introduction of the mobile money interoperability has increased significantly. Figures put out by managers of GIBS show the value of transaction reached 17 million cedis.
The Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors is challenging claims that 2 of its members have evaded taxes. The MPA, in a public notice, named Missile Energy and Globex Energy together with 6 other companies for evading taxes.
Also, the AU Commission has started evaluating cost of signing up to Continental Free Trade Agreement on member countries. The pact, which was signed by some African countries, seeks to remove all the trade barriers within the region.
And the Ghana Chamber of Mines has welcomed government's quest to undertake special audits of the operations of mining firms in the country. The audit would cover multinational firms, including those in the mining sector.
That's it from us this morning.
Do make a date at 3:06.
And that was a Joy Business Minute. Welcome back. Now, like I said, From the Streets is a section of the show where we feature offline events and reactions from the public. On the From the Source segment, we bring you interviews, live or pre-recorded, of actors involved in the case or the matter under discussion. I've already introduced our guest for the From the Source segments this morning. We will be focusing with Mr. Winful, Deputy Auditor General, on the Auditor General's Department. Some 5 key issues which I've gone through already, which the Auditor General is involved in or has his attention called to. But before that, let me go to my colleague Raymond Akwa and he would give us a brief description of each of these issues under discussion. Raymond, good morning.
Let's start with the forensic audit into the Central Medical Stores saga. We know that the Central Medical Stores was banned in 2015 to allegedly cover up the 3.5 million Ghana cedis of some suspected fraud, causing this country to lose 350 million Ghana cedis worth of medicines and medical suppliers. You know that to establish the actual cost of the arson, the Auditor General has been conducting a forensic audit on this case. Indeed, he had promised to do that within 3 months, as he spoke to West the last time and indicated. But the last time Corruption Watch checked with Auditor General Daniel Yao Domelevo, he said the pace of the audit had been slower than anticipated, resulting in a change in the schedule. Therefore, he was not able to give us a definite timeline on this particular time on when he's likely to produce a report. Now, the second matter engaging our attention this morning is the AG's report on liabilities of MDAs as at December 31, 2016. Listeners may be aware that the Auditor General rejected an amount of 5.4 billion Ghana cedis, being claims which the Ministry of Finance submitted to the Audit Service as government's liabilities. The reason we know for the disallowance included the absence of relevant documents for goods not supplied, claims already paid for, amongst others. 2 weeks ago on Corruption Watch, we reported that Joshop Construction Limited, which had been denied payment for work done because of the disallowance, had won an appeal against auditor at the Accra High Court. Actually, the court ruled that government, precisely Urban Roads, indeed owed Joshop an amount of more than 11.7 million Ghana cedis. Linked to this is a report that the AG had actually completed and submitted to Parliament the consolidated report on public accounts for the year 2017. Now, many have described this piece of work as speedy and very fast. According to the report, the Finance Ministry recorded the highest irregularities for the 2017 financial year, which amounted to, 697 million Ghana cedis. And the public accounts of ministries, departments, and agencies, as presented by the Auditor General, revealed that the overall financial impact of weaknesses and irregularities amounted to over 892 million Ghana cedis. Now, to the exercise by the Audit Service to clean up the public sector payroll system, the news is that the Auditor General's Department, the Office of Special Prosecutor, and the Ministry of Finance, through the support of the World Bank, are collaborating to audit the payroll of the entire public service. In fact, we understand that Graphic.com is quoted as saying, Mr. Domelevo said, those not entitled to earn but are earning on the payroll will be handed over to the Special Prosecutor for prosecution. So he warned that if you think your name has been inserted on the payroll wrongly, you have to run and purge yourself by quickly finding the amount of money that government has already given you. So that's the warning he gave to those who are illegally found on the payroll. Now, talking of ghosts, it appears they are not only on the payroll. Projects too can be ghost. The Public Interest and Accountability Committee, PIAC, has said in a recently published 2017 inspections report, some projects funded with oil money did not exist at all, cannot be seen on the ground. The data shows that at least 99,000 Ghana cedis of the oil cash was purportedly pumped into 3 ghost projects in the Upper West and Northern regions. The chairman of PIAC, Dr. Steve Mantiao, has been indicating that PIAC is compiling a list of these ghost projects and would need the support of the Auditor General for further investigations into what sounds and looks like a grand scheme.
And that's a brief background of all the issues that we are dealing with from Raymond Akwa, my colleague. Seeing Raymond dance this morning, it reminds me of anyway the corporate jam this Friday. You want to join us? Raymond will be dancing there as well. But I'd like to remind you that our focus for today is the Auditor General. In fact, 5 key issues in which the Auditor General is involved or has his attention called to. I'd like to welcome our resource person again to Corruption Watch, Mr. George Winfo, Deputy Auditor General. Good morning.
Good morning, Daniel.
I hope you are fine this morning.
Very, very fine.
Let's begin with the very first issue of the Central Medical Stores saga. What's the very latest in the conduct of forensic audit into this matter?
Thank you, Daniel, and permit me to wish your cherished listeners good morning, and to also express my gratitude to my team who are working very hard in the central region. Also, good morning. Yes, regarding the central medical stores, as you rightly said, the Auditor General has been busy carrying out forensic audits on what happened over there. You know, forensic audit is not the kind of audit that you would say you will rush into it and then come out with results that you will expect people to just accept or to use it to prosecute people who will be found culpable. It requires a detailed work. And so when you get on the grounds and you see that the issues are not as expected, then obviously you will have to re-strategize and then see how you go about it to come out with a very good result. That is the approach that the Auditor General has taken. This is a high-profile audit, and so it is really close to his chest, and he's monitoring it closely. At the right time, the Auditor General will definitely come out with a report, and the good people of Ghana will know about it.
Has the audit itself been completed?
I do not want to talk about this because the audit is still ongoing, and it is only when it is ready that we'll see it as a report. So for now, I'll say that let's just be patient and wait for the Auditor General. It's very slow. I know we are all anxious to know the outcome of the audit, but we have to be careful to gather all the facts before we come out.
Do we have any definite timelines for completing the forensic audit?
Daniel, in fact, if I was the Auditor General, I would have given you. Unfortunately, I am just his deputy.
You are not just a deputy. You are not just. You're a deputy. You're a big man. Anyway, on the issue of disallowances amounting to over 5.4 billion Ghana cedis, we are told that a company has won a case against the state. On the other hand, how much has the state retrieved from culprits, especially in the case of double payments and claims?
Thank you very much. I just got to know about the success of Joshua when I arrived in the studio. And if it's been successful, I congratulate him. And pray that public officials will be up and doing in the discharge of their functions, because his success is an indictment on the institutions where we found the faults. You see, we are not happy just raising issues or just disallowing. We are not happy doing that because we know the consequences of disallowing expenditure and so on. And so before we conclude on an audit, we first of all would want to agree with the auditee that what we have found has basis.
Okay.
And so we don't spring surprises.
Right.
We will write to the auditee and tell them that this is what we have found. What do you say about it? So in the case of Joshua and maybe 2 or 3 others, we wrote to the respective heads of institutions with the expectation that they will say that no, Auditor General, this area we disagree with you. This is the basis on which we disagree with you. There have been cases like that we have dropped the cases because of the satisfactory responses we receive from those institutions. But in a case where we have raised an issue and you do not challenge the position of the Auditor General with sound basis or you ignore it totally, then obviously we have no option than to conclude that our position was strong. And so if Joshua, as a result of the inaction or of that particular institution, then so be it. But
well,
then,
so you feel it's the inaction of that particular institution?
Absolutely. The head of the institution,
Yeah.
because we did not audit Joshua.
You audited the institution. But here's the thing. I remember the last time you were here,
Yeah.
a similar question was raised. I remember Elvis Darko of the Finder raised this question that it would be necessary to take the further step and go to some of these companies. Again, you raised the points that you didn't audit your shop, you audited the finance ministry, or in this case, Urban Roads, which is the Ministry of Roads and Highways. And so it is they that have to respond. But looking at this experience, it may cost more if these guys come out and they are awarded any costs. So is it something that you may maybe recommend that you look into interviewing these companies going forward?
Yeah, Daniel, I mean, I get your point. But if we say we reviewed over 3,000 transactions in separate transactions, if we said we were following up on every supplier, we will never end the audit. Let us focus our energy on the heads of institutions who are accountable. Those heads of institutions presented their claims to the Ministry of Finance, stating that government owed those people. So those were the people we were holding accountable. It was very difficult for us. It would have been very difficult for us walking the whole Accra or the whole country looking for the suppliers who the government was owing. So yes, that could be another option, but we wouldn't have finished the job.
Okay, well, George Winfield is our guest this morning. He's a Deputy Auditor General. We are going through a number of issues that are on our table this morning, key among which are some 5 issues. We've covered 2 already. We've talked about the Central Medical Stores fire. He's given us an update that the forensic audit into that saga is still ongoing, and we'll be getting answers from them shortly. He's responding to this issue of a company finding that after they were found that they should not be paid money. Remember that audit that they found that 5.4 billion Ghana cedis should be disallowed. One of those disallowed companies has secured a court ruling saying that their payments should be made. And he's saying that the blame should be laid squarely at the doorstep of that ministry that did not object to the citing of this company in the initial report. And that is Mr. George Winfield speaking there. Let's move on and talk about the 2017 report on the public accounts of MDAs. First of all, help us with some key highlights of that report. But forgive me, it's 40 minutes past 9. I've just been notified. Let's take these important messages. When we come back, we'll start with that question. Key highlights of the 2017 report on public accounts of MDAs. Stay with us. This is the Super Morning Show, particularly Corruption Watch.
The Reserve Bank in town, solid and strong, giving you the service you desire. It's commerce, savings, and loans. We give you financial security you deserve through our Susu account, church account, fixed account, kiddie account, and many more. Our Judy loan for churches, asset finance, federal loans, and others have interest rates that are perfect for any pocket. At Commerce Savings and Loans, we make life convenient for you. Make payments on all mobile network, pay for DSTV, mobile money, TV license, and many others. Call us on 0302 767 827 or 667 783. Commerce Savings and Loans. We offer you a relationship beyond.
I am Dr. Keisha. Acacia gives your workers the best customer service and treatment options when the need arises, keeping them healthier and more productive for your business. Acacia Health Insurance. We place value on those you value.
My dear, getting a new asset will make me feel on top of the world. Look, I'm thinking of getting a new car, a house, an acre of land, and a new truck for the business.
No doubts, my darling. But why not first check to ensure the security of these assets before you buy?
You are right. With some people using their assets to take loans from different banks, while others sell properties which do not belong to them to innocent buyers, you and I have no choice but to quickly fall on the collateral registry to know the true status of any property we want to buy or accept as collateral for loan.
You better act now.
Don't lose guard. The Collateral Registry of the Bank of Ghana is the one-stop place for banks and individuals to check the true state of an asset. Contact the Bank of Ghana's Collateral Registry at the City House 11th floor or call 0243 543-931.
Collateral Registry, securing your transaction.
This message was brought to you by the World Bank Group and IFC in partnership with the Bank of Ghana and with support from the State Secretariat for Economic Affairs, SECO.
Mr. Bossman, with all these computers, servers, and electronic equipment, I know they see one cable for the floor crack.
Charlie, you be right too. We they use raised access floors from Interface, so all the cables they hide under the raised access floors. So
this be the solution to the plenty cables where they my computer room for office. Accountant, call Interface now.
If you're involved in new property development, renovation, or decoration, the right place for you is Interface Limited. Call us on 0274-999999 or visit our website at www.interfacelimited.com.
Ooh-wee! It's the craziest sale ever. The Malcolm Crazy Sale is on. Malcolm is giving you another opportunity to spend less for more. Enjoy an amazing 15% discount on all purchases above 200 Ghana cedis. Not just a 200 Ghana cedis. Be our spending on your mouth 15% discount free. Way and your draw be our amunumu. So what tamale? Kwase, aka, takradi, baby be our Ghana hebia. Or a Malcolm shop be a mujo. Nature with discount of 15% with 200 Ghana cedis shopping. But remember, this offer is not valid on mobile phones, fruit, and vegetables. Terms and conditions apply. Malcolm, where Ghana shops.
If you swipe your First National Bank Gold or Platinum Visa debit card as much as Kwesi does, you earn so much free money, you too will be laughing all the way to the bank. Earn free money every time you swipe your First National Bank Gold or Platinum Visa debit card. Money does grow on our tree. This is not a promotion. It's a First National Bank thing. Terms, conditions, and rules apply. First National Bank. How can we help you?
Madam, come back. Yeah, come back small. Yeah, aha. Turn the steer. No, not that way. This way. Aha. Training. Aha. What your brasa? Bra. Come.
Oh no!
Madam,
see, you made me spoil my car.
This one I not see.
You can't control what will happen, but you can control how you respond to what happens when it happens. At SIC Insurance, we are always ready to come to your aid when the unfortunate happens. Call us today on 0302-780-6009 for your motor, accident, fire, burglary, travel insurance, and more. SIC, our promises are sacred.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Our money, when I'm money, our money, when I'm money, our money, when I'm money, our money, when I'm money. Yeah, Sydney, je suis arrivé. Qu'est-ce que la nation soit sur les Ghana? Arrêtez le babadage. C'est moi le tu. Sydney back again. Yeah. Now anybody. What you say now? Squad alongside Man and Morris, Babyface. What you say now?
It's 20 minutes past 9 on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. I am Daniel Dazi. I'm here with Mr. George Winfo. He is the Deputy Auditor General. We've been going through some key issues this morning. We've already talked about the state of the forensic audit into the Central Medical Store saga that is ongoing. We've also talked about the Auditor General's report on liabilities of MDAs as at December 31, 2016. That one that said that some 5.4 billion Ghana cedis must be disallowed. Interestingly enough, a company, Joshop Construction, has secured a court verdict that says that their disallowance must not hold because indeed they are owed money by the Department of Urban Roads. So Mr. Winfo has responded to that. He says that the blame must be laid squarely on the doorstep of the ministry because they went to the ministry to say, look, we don't think this money must be paid because there isn't enough documentation to cover it. And the ministry told them, well, if you want to disallow it, disallow it. I mean, we don't, whether they told them they did not respond at all or they told them they don't have any documentation or what have you, the ministry did not do their due diligence, and that is how come there was this whole drawn-out process of a court litigation. He'll touch on that briefly, and then we'll go into the speedy completion of the Aegis report for the 2017 and the contributing factors. We'll also talk about the exercise by the Audit Service to clean up the public sector payroll system and the Aegis response to appeals for auditing of projects funded with oil money. Remember, you have the opportunity today to phone in and contribute to the discussion. Is the Audit Service really protecting the public purse? What do you think? Is the Audit Service really protecting the public purse? 0244340437, 0302216541. That is the phone lines. You can call and let us know what you think. But before we go ahead, text messages are brought to you by Afrodan. Your back must last you a lifetime. And Glyco Travel Insurance Policy, we cushion you for life. Afrodan is offering you today the most comfortable chair in the world, period. The Nightingale Extreme Comfort Chair. It has over 10 thoughtfully engineered features, especially customized for your health and comfort. Just go to Afrodan on the first floor of the Swansea Shopping Arcade and feel this chair. You will be amazed. Now, the Glyco Travel Insurance Policy provides cover for medical emergency and hospitalization assistance, loss of checked-in baggage, loss of passports, driving license or ID abroad, trip cancellation expenses, and many more. Talk to us today on 055-530-5547 or 020-887-6956. Let's help you plan for a peaceful travel abroad. Glyco Travel Insurance, cut the hassle, all the convenience. Glyco Life, we cushion you for life. So let's go back to Mr. George Winful. Mr. Winful, thanks again for staying with us. First of all, help us with the key highlights of the 2017 report on public accounts of MDAs.
Yes, thank you very much, Daniel. And before I do that, I just want to go back a bit on the liabilities, the 2016 liabilities.
Right.
Once again, I congratulate Joshop for winning his case because the Auditor General encouraged all aggrieved persons to go to appeal at the High Court. So if he has won, we congratulate him. But just to draw the public's attention to the fact that we disallowed 5.4 billion. We reviewed over 3,000 transactions. And ideally, we would have expected that over thousands or hundreds of people would come raising issues about the disallowance. But interestingly, since the time our report was issued, only about 5 companies have stepped forward to raise issues with our position, which some of them, we will not be surprised if they get a favorable ruling. We will not be surprised if they get, because of maybe some of the things that, how the heads of MDAs glossed over 1 or 2 issues. So it's still a very, very big success, disallowing that quantum of amount, and it's a big relief for government.
So it does not take away from the credibility of the report?
Not at all. It is very, and even if you look at the figure Joshop won, I don't think it's very, very insignificant.
Okay.
Yes, looking at the 5.4 billion that we are talking about. But just a brief on the highlights of the MDAs, the reports that we did. As usual, we reported on procurement issues, procurement irregularities. We had issues to do with payroll infractions, as well as revenues that are due to government, which have not been collected. So these are but just a few of the things I would say about the highlights on the MDA report. Okay.
But it seems that this particular report was done very quickly. What were the contribution factors?
Yes, this was done very quickly. Audit service, I would say, our forebearers have done well. They did their bit when it was their term. But we have great players or strikers in audit service. We've always had. But it depends on who is on the driving seat. And I must commend the Auditor General for steering the affairs very well. I think that his drive was great. In the past, we have done some audits, met our timelines, but the strategy of whoever was there then probably...
what do you think he did differently?
In the case of...
Mr. Domelevo.
Well, I want to say that I think that he keeps his eyes on the ball, which is that we have to submit report to Parliament. And we have a timeline to submit the report to Parliament. Other favorable factors have contributed to this. I would say, even though we may not be getting everything that we want from government, government have more or less been helpful to some extent, because the resources we need to carry out the audit has to be upfront. We have to get the money so that we can do the audit.
And this time it came quickly?
Somehow it came like that. And so other factors also contributed. But I would say that the drive from Daniel was also did the trick.
Okay. Now let's turn our attention to the audit of the public sector payroll system. But I'll be opening a phone line soon on 0302-216-541, 0244-340-437. Why are you carrying out this audit of the public sector payroll system?
Yeah, Daniel, as you know, we have always been reporting on payroll irregularities. And these audits often are planned by our district auditors in various districts and so on, not an organized type of auditing. Each team comes out with its own objectives and so on, and come out with a program and carry out audits. And most often when we consolidate the reports, we find irregularities regarding payroll almost across everywhere in the country. And we thought that approach wasn't good enough if we wanted to see the global picture of the state of affairs regarding government payroll management. And so we found it necessary this time round to do a comprehensive audit with, comprehensive audit to be sure of where we are in terms of payroll. And that is why we set upon ourselves to do this audit.
What's the time frame for this exercise?
We are currently in Central Region, and Central Region is our pilot audit. And so after Central Region, I think that we'll be in a position to know how long it's going to take us to complete this exercise.
So currently there's an audit being done in the Central Region?
We have started the payroll audit in Central Region. We started by doing head counting. So all employees on the Controller and Accountant General's payroll are being enumerated. So we have set centers all across Central Region, and they are being enumerated. Hopefully on Friday, that session will come to a close. We started from the 17th, and we'll be ending on Friday to bring Central Region exercise to a close.
Friday is the 28th of July. Is it 28th?
Yes, to bring it to a close.
Did you work through the weekend?
Yes, we did. We worked through the weekend. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
After Friday, what happens?
After Friday, we'll go back to our drawing board. And then strategize for our audit at Western Region.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. How many centers are in the Central Region? How many names are you checking?
We are expecting roughly 51,000 people to present themselves for enumeration.
Okay.
Yes.
And how many centers are you doing that head count in?
Well, we are in all the district assemblies in the districts, in the central region. But in Cape Coast, we are stationed at the town hall, and then also some of the strategic institutions like the teaching hospital, Cape Coast Teaching Hospital.
Okay.
The prisons, Ankafo prisons, School for the Deaf, the regional coordinating council, some of the strategic places we were there. But as and when, like in Cape Coast, when we finished with RCC, the numbers were dropping, we had to move to other places. Cape Coast Polytechnic, we were there to do the enumeration. But our main center is the town hall.
I remember when a similar exercise was being carried out in the education sector, when there was a problem with government over the payroll. There were questions that the people going to check, I don't know if that was the audit service then, but there was a question that, yes, there were checks done, but then they didn't capture some people who were at posts. The people were working, they didn't go for the headcounts, they were taken out unceremoniously.
Daniel, thank you very much for this question. I would have been disappointed if this was not asked. You know, there was a headcount some time ago, and the report came out, and the head of a particular institution, very prominent figure, his name was declared as ghost. And he came out to say that, how can I be a ghost as the head of this institution? How can I be a ghost? So we have learned from past experiences. Those headcounts were not done by audit service. I think probably Controller, Ghana Education Service, or BNI or something like reading some previous reports.
Some publications.
Yes. I get the impression that any one of them could have done that. But we have learned from that. Our approach is very simple. We will do the enumeration. When we have finished with it, we are actually using the information from the payroll, going around to identify the people, the names on the payroll. So when we finish and we get to know the unaccounted for names, we'll compile a list and send it to the respective heads of institution for them to confirm whether or not those people are working with them, whether they are working with them.
Okay.
And if so, they should produce them. If they are unable to produce because they have been sent abroad for course
studies
or whatever,
then
in that case, they have to provide us with solid evidence to confirm or deny such a situation.
Okay.
Yeah. After we have consulted with the heads of institution, then we can conclude that these are unaccounted for names, and it can be called ghost names or whatever. Yeah.
Right. It's 25 minutes to the top of the hour. You're still listening to Corruption Watch on the Super Morning Show. We are speaking with George Wimfo. You're talking about the audit of payroll systems, which is currently being piloted in the central region. We understand that this Friday, the headcount will end.
Yeah.
And then after Friday, if I come into the region and maybe I'm a worker, I wasn't around then, by Friday, after Friday, can I come in and verify my existence as a worker?
Yes, you have the opportunity of coming. After Friday, we will leave a desk at the regional office to cater for any person who did not get the opportunity of doing this enumeration.
Okay.
If they miss the opportunity of doing it in central region, they still can come to western region and then do the enumeration, because we are not just in a hurry to take out names. We want to be sure that the people that say they are on the payroll are actual human beings working for government.
So you move from region to region?
We move from region to region.
What's the plan like? After Western region, where are we going?
After Western region, we are likely to go to Volta, but
those details will
come later, yes.
Okay. But you were talking about how you would have to compile the list, look at the names that are not on the payroll, take those names back. When does that start in the central region?
No, it's when the entire exercise is completed.
Okay. Right. So thank you very much. Let me just ask this one before we take a break. What role is the special prosecutor playing in this process?
Daniel, the special prosecutor is playing a very significant role in this exercise. Going to Central Region, we are getting very serious indications that some people are falsifying documents. If those people are listening to you or listening to us, those people should be advised. Some people are falsifying documents. We are yet to finalize on those. So if they are doing so, they should stop. I'm repeating again, if they are doing so, they should stop. The special prosecutor comes in situations where there are efforts or people are making ways of manipulating for their own gains, falsifying, forgery, and so on. These are criminal issues. And so that's where the special prosecutor comes in prominently. You know, there are some institutions, at the moment, I cannot mention names of institutions, but some may know themselves. Some institutions will grant promotions rather than giving original letters to their staff that you have been promoted. This is your original letter. Because if you are promoted, you should have original letter indicating that I am Kweku Ansa, I have been promoted to this grade. This is my original letter. Some of them are just sent emails or just given photocopy or just something. And then there are fraudsters who also clean names of the people who have been promoted and superimpose other names. So if I am, let's say, accounts clerk, or I am a teacher in a particular rank and I want a higher rank, you just go and falsify and put it there. And then they are able to use it to run through the system. So they will be teaching or they will be driving or working in a particular level, and yet they will be earning a higher salary. So if those people are doing that, those are the people who will quickly be given to the state prosecutor,
the special prosecutor, to help us deal with those issues. And you have seen that you are consulted with the special prosecutor, and he's on board to carry out these.
We actually had held a press conference with him. He is seriously on board as far as these are concerned. And so,
right.
Yes.
Mr. Wimfo, thank you so much for answering some of these concerns. We'll take these important messages. When we come back, we'll talk about the calls by the Public Interest and Accountability Committee, PIAC, that some projects which were funded with oil money that do not exist should be investigated by your organization. This is the Super Morning Show, specifically Corruption Watch. Remember, the phone line is 0302 216 541. We'll also be picking your thoughts on this. Stay with us.
To be an entrepreneur, to be self-employed, and to provide job to reduce the rate of unemployment. This is my dream and aspiration. I'm Madu, a Nigerian and a young entrepreneur. Today, I found a place where my dream comes true. Bluecrest School of Business. Internships, industrial visits, and discussion forums has really helped me to develop my business career. I invite you all to join the best business school in town. Let's make the business world more exciting.
For ICT, banking and finance, human resource management, logistics, oil and gas, fashion and journalism, choose Bluecrest College. For admission, call or WhatsApp 0263. Visit our website bluecrest.edu.ga. Bluecrest College, education for life.
Adom Savings and Loans. They say life is harder than a rock. We say Adumunti, give life your best shot always. They say it is too difficult to meet everybody's needs. We say Adumunti, we have taken the time to understand you, the investor, the importer, the salaried worker, and even the youngster. Adom Savings and Loans is that friend who is truly on your side. For enquiries, call us on 030-220-8066. Adom Savings and Loans. Oh yes, your light of hope.
Time waits for no man. The future belongs to the brave. Nothing comes without a fight. Fight for a better future. Fight to change the world.
Make your mark.
at Academic City College with its new campus in Harcho, Accra. With activity-based learning and premium teaching talent, take your education beyond the theoretical classroom.
Visit www.accghana.com. Admissions open now for September 2018.
Academic City, unlocking potential, one leader at a time.
What's a holiday in South Africa like?
Best thing ever. I've just faced my fears, man.
This is the adrenalina time, you know? Bye-bye!
I had so much fun, man. Like, this town is the most beautiful town I've ever been to.
But definitely something you have to try, right?
Something I have to try, something I have to bring my friends down and try, give it a go.
Welcome to South Africa, your own personal playground!
We can't wait for you to experience what we love most about our country. Go to southafrica.net to book your dream holiday today. Allow us to indulge you. South Africa, inspiring new ways.
Greater Works 2018 from 30th July to 3rd August with host Pastor Mensa Otabil.
This year it's going to be super. And as we always say, it's going to be bigger, better, and greater. And my great friends are coming back. Pastor Matthew Ashimalo is speaking, Bishop Tudor Bismarck is speaking, Bishop Michael Konko is speaking, and I am also speaking. The first day, I will be celebrating communion with the whole audience as we formally break our 40 days of power. And we believe that this Greater Works will be seasons of power, moments of power. Come with great expectation because God is going to do something great in your life.
Greater Works opens on Monday evening, 30th July at Independence Square. Morning services start on Tuesday at 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at ICGC Christ Temple, Abasokai. Evening services start at 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Independence Square. Music ministration by Accra Symphony Orchestra, Nathaniel Bassett, Joe Meto, and Reverend Eric Papong. Greater Works 2018. It's going to be bigger, better, and greater.
Are you looking for opportunity to study abroad? Are you facing challenges in your application for international admission, visa, and general travel? Astolinks International is a first-class education travel and immigration firm that can support you to process your application for admission and visa in countries such as Australia, Ireland, UK, USA, Canada, and many more. They also offer professional advice on travel, visa, and tour packages to corporate organizations. Locate Astolinks International at 52 Fanofa Road, Kokomlemle, near Joy FM. Call 0244 502752. Visit our offices in Kumasi, Takrade, and Sunyane. Website at www.astolinks.net. Astolinks International, your path for success.
They are the trailblazers. They are exceptional and inspirational. They are the exclusive men of the year. Join us on Thursday, the 26th of July, 2018 for the official launch and the unveiling of the nominees for the 3rd Annual Emmy Africa Awards. Who makes it this year? Catch the live nomination announcement exclusively on Joy Prime at 7 p.m. This event is strictly by invitation. Visit www.emmyafrica.com or at Emmy Africa on all social media platforms for more information. You can also call 020-201-8870. Media partners: Joy Prime, Joy News, Joy Business, and Joy FM. Powered by Carbon AV and EM Magazine.
Joy 99.7 FM.
15 minutes to the top of the hour here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Our guest on Corruption Watch is Mr. George Winfo, Deputy Auditor General. We'll soon be delving into the issue of PIAC's call for an audit into oil-funded projects which do not exist. That's coming up on Corruption Watch, but good news for you. There are new opportunities for you if you're a Barclays Bank customer. Barclays Africa has changed its name to Absa Group Limited. However, Barclays Bank Ghana will continue to operate under the Barclays brand until mid-2020. And when we do change our name, we'll always be we will always be the same bank you know and trust. We'll keep you in the loop, so keep an eye out for communications from the Absa Group Limited soon. Now that's some zeros off your budget by getting a brand new Renault Duster automatic transmission at a crazy price of just $16,500. It's a brand new SUV for $16,500. Promo is valid on limited stock Terms and conditions apply. Rush now to Premium Motors for your Renault Duster SUV and make those dreams come true. Visit the new Renault showroom located at Atiko Junction on the Kaneshio Doko Road or call 030-707-9977 for more details. Renault, passion for life. Sign up to my own pension plan with United Pension Trustees by going to your MTN mobile money menu, dial star 1701 hash, and then option 1, select option 1 for my own pension. Then select option 1, enroll and follow the prompts. Make daily, weekly, and monthly contributions to build your wealth with United Pension Trustees. For further inquiries, call our customer service center on 0242 436 880 or 030 220 8042. My own pension, papa. Now, DSTV and Vodafone have partnered to bring you the best in entertainment whilst at home and on the go. Get unlimited access to watch all the latest scandalous Telemundo series and so much more. Connect from wherever you are on up to 4 mobile devices with a DSTV Now app and the Vodafone Showtime bundle from only 1 Ghana cedi for the daily unlimited bundle. Just be an active DSTV subscriber. Download the DSTV Now app and dial star 900 hash to access the Vodafone Showtime bundles. Call 0302 740 540 for more information. Vodafone, the future is exciting. Ready? DSTV. Feel every moment. Now, Astolinks International is a first-class education, travel, and immigration firm that can support you to process your application for admission and visa in countries such as Australia, Ireland, UK, USA, Canada, and many more. Locate us at 52 Fanofa Road, Kokomlemle, near Joy FM. Call 0244 502752. Visit our offices in Kumasi, Takrade, and Sunyani. Astolinks International, your path for success. Let me come straight to Mr. Winfo. Now, we've heard from PIAC that some projects which were funded with oil money do not exist. We are told that the committee petitioned the Auditor General to look into this matter. What have you decided to do in this?
Yes, thank you very much, Daniel. Regarding the PIAC report, we have been given a copy. We've met with PIAC. When they issued their report, we met with them. We've had some interactions with them regarding their audit. We are interested, and so it's on our drawing board. As at the time they issued, we were very, very busy doing the public accounts audits, doing MDAs, MMDAs, commercial, public boards and state enterprises audit and so on.
Right.
So we're so much engaged.
Okay.
But now that we have finished with these major audits, we are now going to study the report very well and then also do the necessary follow-ups to agree with them or not on what they have reported. And
so will you be carrying out an audit into these things?
We will.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's a great signal to us, because those are some of the areas we pick signals as to areas to focus. So it will inform our audit planning. So we congratulate them for the job that they have done, and it's surely going to be part of the audits we are going to do going forward.
Will it be this year?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
Yes.
So before this year is over, we should expect an audit into oil-funded projects?
Not necessarily. It can come directly or indirectly. But
what do you mean by directly or indirectly?
We can ask teams in the respective institutions to include it in their program, or we can say we are doing oil audit straight. You see, we can just do it vertically. That's what
so you either integrate it into other programs you have, or you do it on its own. But it will be done this year.
Sure.
Okay. So when should we expect a report?
I cannot give timelines.
Of course, it has to start first.
Yes,
what outcomes are you looking for?
Well, this one is very clear because they are saying that these projects do not exist. So whether they are there or not is what we are going to tell Ghanaians.
Right. Thank you very much, George Winful. Please, in a 30 seconds, what are your final words in this conversation that we've had?
My final words are that the exercise that we are doing is very serious. If you heard us talk about Joe Shop, the head of institution in the place that he did his work, did not respond at the time that the Auditor General needed him to respond. And as such, Joe Shop had to go to the court to get his case heard. If you are a government employee and you are hearing us, please, when it gets to your turn to go for enumeration, take it seriously, because when we exercise the powers of disallowance, you will have to go through the court to get clearance. Okay. Again, for those who are trying to force their ways, there are separated staff who are coming to do the enrollment. And so those people, even if you have done it, don't think that you are free, because now we have evidence that this is what you want to do. Okay. You want to corrupt, or you want to take advantage of the system, and then we will take the necessary steps to prosecute you. So we are advising that only genuine government employees should go. If you have separated, stay at where you are. Don't join. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. George Winful is Deputy Auditor General, giving us insight into the work that they are doing. Now, Kingdom Books and Stationery now offers a 30-day credit facility with no interest